And welcome to the Attitude Era podcast. Y'all know what it is. King HP, the undisputed champion. And the blue drinker.
Yeah.
Most hated. What you got there? I see.
Oh man, it's just a little something from the best video game and TV series out right now. Shout out to the people at Jones Soda and Fallout for the Vault Tech Quantum Pack. Hottest thing in America right now, HP. And you know what I'm saying?
Okay. Hey,
I
if
got
you
mine.
say it, I believe it,
I
brother.
got mine. Shout out to all my Vault dwellers and Fallout players. If you know, you know. So what's
Salute,
good?
salute, salute, salute. I just tapped in. I just tapped in. We got some things to discuss. John Cena. I think John Cena is at the forefront. And another thing I want to talk about something that Nick Aldis announced tonight with these NXT guys going into Saturday Night Main Event. So I definitely want to hit on these couple of things. That could take up a whole show you know just in those
Well,
two things
HP, you
alone. But
driving? I'm riding shotgun. It's Friday night and the party.
the-
Hey, it's Friday. We here. We made it through the week. Getting ready for the weekend. Here to have a good time, baby.
salute to the best chat in wrestling.
In the
Period.
world.
Salute, D-Rec, Vinay. Salute, good brother.
Oh, speaking
Uh,
of D-Rack, I'm on the road in the morning. Get all the plugs out the way. Cajun Con. I'm gonna be there about 10 in the morning. It's going down in Louisiana. Cajun Con. Then in January, John Cena's making an appearance. I'll be there too. Details on the way. And in February, I'm in Houston with the K-pop Demon Hunters live at Animeverse. Details on the way. Just got an email from South Dakota. Never been to South Dakota, but guess what? They like what I do out there. So coming to South Dakota, and it's a film festival later this month. So we are moving and grooving. So when we not on the lives, it's because other obligations and things like that. But when we on the lives, y'all know what time it is. It's the best pod in the world, the best chat in the world. HP, let's do it.
yo. So tonight, y'all know what it is. I don't have an updated list like I should, but you know who was in the finals tonight. It was the finals of the last time is now tournament. You know what I'm saying? Look a little something like this. We knew Gunther was in the finals. We knew LA Knight was in the finals. And tonight we get our winner. Now, I'm gonna go over some details of the match, but
Let's go.
Gunther is the winner.
Mm.
Gunther, I don't think there was a surprise here. I don't think anyone's gonna be like, I told you, and people are gonna be like, I
I
just
don't
didn't
like the
see it coming.
decision.
You know,
I don't like the
wait, say that
decision.
again.
I don't like the decision.
Okay. Can you elaborate?
Gunther doesn't need it.
Okay.
I think Gunther getting this match does nothing for either person in the match. To be honest, LA Knight getting the match and beating John Cena would have been a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I think so. I think it was the Raw recap. I did a kind of a breakdown on this. Um, I disagree. I think it does. If done right, it lets it grows Gunther to a level that we haven't seen a heel like this since Brock. The way he's beat Gunther is starting to beat people. Right now, we know what happened at WrestleMania. He tapped to Jey Uso. That should just wipe that thought from your head.
You
All right, just
can't. You can't. You can't.
but no. In all seriousness, to say I retire Brock, I took out because that sets up a Randy Orton feud potentially where the Legend Killer and
Who?
Gunther's gonna be telling people I'm the career ender. So now here's where WWE can go super crazy. All these older stars that they want to have take time off or whatever, the way they did for Randy Orton is what they can do with Gunther. Rey Mysterio's about to take 6 months off. He'll be gone for a year. Put him in the ring with Gunther. Gunther taking him out. I take out legends, which will be how Randy Orton gets involved if they want to do that. But it says a lot to say, I retired the greatest, the GOAT. I retired a guy who did 173 and 0. I retired a guy like his accolade because they don't have anybody after Brock that's that heel level. They just don't. They don't. And they need someone. You need, Drew. But Drew's in that age bracket. Drew, you need someone under 35 right now.
I
And that
got
is good.
somebody that I think was a better heel than Gunther until they decided to jump off a cage and shatter their ankle. The work Bronson Reed was doing was fantastic.
I think he's I think the vision slows him down some from where he was going into that last year's war game compared to where he's at now because he barely talks. It's just like he got the win on Roman. No, he didn't get a win on. Didn't he beat Roman
He took
Reigns?
Roman out. He took Seth out. He took
He
Braun
took him
Braun
out. Right,
Strowman
right.
out. That's what I'm saying. He was doing the things that you speak of Gunther doing. I just think Gunther's too much of a throwback to
Well,
reach the
that's the
highest
thing.
level
Tonight,
of heeldom.
tonight he tapped out LA Knight with John Cena's STFU. And I thought that was a little bit much. I thought you could have just had LA Knight pass out to keep that. I ain't never because again, they had a great match. You could run that back later and say, I didn't give up. Okay. John Cena might have gave, and you know how LA Knight give it up. That microphone is his. John Cena might have gave up after he told people to not to. I didn't, blah, 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 blah. Cool. But I think for Gunther, uh that career killer, career ender, I put the careers of people who thought they had more in the tank out of commission. I think that character needs John Cena to be tap out to go on to do great things. If they misstep in any way, you're gonna get, you know,
They will.
some
They
BS.
they're gonna cool Gunther off immediately because it's
I hope
what
to God they don't.
we'll
you
see.
know,
We'll see.
I hope to God.
I have more faith because people wanted LA Knight, but people predicted Gunther. This
No,
tournament,
I'm with you.
this tournament was like so predictable. And if Solo was gonna lose, Nick Nemeth or Zack Ryder should have got a win. Like
There should
it's
have been a celebrity, not celebrity. There should have
John
been
Cena
a.
said he offered to do a whole year, 220 something appearances, and they
Let's
told
get
him
into
no.
that. Let's get into that because
They said only need him for 36.
the W they
You needed him for more because this farewell tour made me not want another farewell tour.
yeah, they really botched this the whole time. They started good with the heel turn, and it was all downhill after that. Turning them back face was smart, a good way to resurrect it. But when John Cena first announced it, he should have said, "I have 12 matches left. I'll give you a bunch of appearances, but I only got about 12 because that 30 I only have 30 what he said, I'm only going to be around for 30 more times or whatever.
And I don't have to
That
wrestle, I just
set
have to show up.
Yeah, but the way he first released it, remember we were sitting here like 30 matches. Who do you think like it really set a tone that you never ever expected to give. And that's not the surprise we want. We don't want the surprise of, hey, not wrestling. Hey, never gonna see me wrestle. I just show up and give promo. I don't even fight. You know that that
It's not been flattering. If Vince McMahon was in charge, oh, it would have been John Cena everything everywhere. It's been not flattering. I don't think anybody really benefited from the tournament. We'll see in what happens December 13th.
Gunther's the only one that can.
And I don't feel he will because like Vinny said in the chat after seeing him, what's that's his finish the story moment that he didn't ask for.
Nah, I think you still got plenty left. Are you talking about for Gunther or
For
for
Gunther.
Cena?
For Gunther, yeah.
For Gunther, I think there's avenues to go. Again, WWE would have to look at Gunther, write this down, and map it out carefully. Because any missteps, back in the day when Randy Orton did his Ledger Killer thing, it really set him up to be a villain. You have that opportunity with a throwback wrestler to tap people out, submit them, and someone's gonna have to stop him. But you're gonna need a super baby face down the road, somebody to take him out. But it'll start with Cena. I mean, it really started with Goldberg, and you cut his mic off, and, and you say John Cena's farewell is opening the show.
That's what I think he's changed. I think that's changed since that came out. He said he's
I
going to be
hope to
involved in
God
the
it
main
did.
event. I don't know what involved in the main event means. I don't know what that means.
Well, they just said tonight the main event is gonna be like it's not gonna be John Cena.
Well, main event. They make that mean whatever they wanted to mean in WWE. I don't know. I'm just going to watch December 13th and see what happens because too much
The only
speculating.
thing,
I'll be glad when this is over. To be honest.
the only thing I can say that's good about John Cena not going last is they won't Goldberg him. Ain't no Mike gonna get cut, and we go.
Yeah,
You
but
know what
if
I'm
John
saying?
Cena goes first, right? There's nothing you
You
can
can
do
suck
for the
the
rest
air
of
out
the
the
show to
show.
top that.
No, you could literally suck the air out the show.
No, you will, unless he's gonna come back at the end of the night or something. Who knows? But
So speaking of the end of the night, Nick Aldis announced that at Deadline, which is the NXT PLE or whatever, Ricky Saints versus Oba Femi for the NXT Championship, right? The winner of that match will face Cody Rhodes at Saturday Night Main Event. I don't like this at all. I think this is it has one. Remember when Doctor Strange looked at all those futures and he was like 14,065,000, whatever, and he was like, "How many did we win? One." That's the odds that WWE is going to get this right. If Cody doesn't lose that belt to one of them two, whoever wins, particularly Oba, done. Same thing
Carmelo
happened
Hayes
with
all
Carmelo
over again.
Hayes.
Carmelo Hayes all over again.
Yeah.
And I don't
So
see
you really
Oba
put yourself.
Oba losing to Ricky Saints twice. That's not going to happen.
I don't think that's happened either. And then if you do that to Oba, and Oba comes up talking about my kingdom, Oba is not WrestleMania ready yet. Remember, we're going when you win in Saturday night. The next one's the Royal Rumble, an Elimination Chamber. We're in WrestleMania season, like essentially after Saturday Night Main Event. We're in WrestleMania
Oba
season.
might be the most ready on that roster aside from
Ricky Saints.
Ethan Page.
Oh yeah.
I don't
Oh
think
yeah.
Ricky Saints is
Oh yeah.
main roster ready.
No, I take that. Let's swap that out. Ethan Page, and I just gave him props on Monday, saying Ethan Page was the guy. I don't know
Yeah,
how.
Ethan Page and Oba are maybe the most two main roster ready guys in NXT. So
Yo, Warrior Inc., bro, get a bidet. You got some serious swamp ass. Go get a bidet, you nasty ass. Um, I think. So here's my issues, right? And this is why I say that about WWE having that issue with Oba Starks that could backfire, in my opinion. Tonight, did the Drew McIntyre came to the ring, Cody winning that car, started beating the brakes off him. They were talking about kicking Drew out. You did a lot to push that feud forward and make it started to become this thing we want to see. You can't do that feud without that title. It just drops it because that Cody is not really much without that title. Remember when he beat Brock Lesnar on his way up to getting Roman Reigns? Looking back, how, bro? Why? Why did you do that, right? But whatever. You are not about to do this thing with Drew with no title. So and I don't want to see Ricky or Oba go through the Carmelo phase.
he's never
So
recovered
I
from
don't.
that.
He hasn't. He just had a match. Was it tonight? Who did Carmelo
Carmelo has
Hayes
never
fight tonight?
recovered from that.
I'm having a brain fart. Hold on, let me
They could
go
have
on some
easily took
things.
Carmelo's #1 draft pick and made him kind of like MVP 2.0 with the swag and the ball player references, and that would have fit him perfectly. He already called himself him. He said Melo don't miss. Not making him exactly MVP, but MVP esque. I mean, him being the first pick, that would have worked. I would have gave him the whole MVP inflatable entrance and everything.
That would have been crazy.
Not the rain gear. MVP rain gear is crazy. The long sleeve with the shorts is crazy.
So I guess they're doing this. Actually, Archie, we got a couple things to talk about, and I wonder why. And I'm bringing this to your attention. All right, I forgot about something that we didn't talk about it this week, but we talked about it in our chat. All right, let me talk about Ricky Starks versus Obafemi will take on the winner of not the winner, but take on Cody Rhodes for the belt, right? Keep this in mind. Do you think this is because NXT for the last about year has been running a deal with TNA using their superstars to help elevate their brand? And, it brought TNA up. Now TNA done got a deal with AMC. And the WWE deal is now coming to an end. The only reason I'm bringing this up is because Obafemi Saints, Ricky Saints ain't the only match at Deadline that has Saturday night implications. The Iron Survivor match for Sol Ruka has implications where she'll get a shot with Bailey. So it's like, wait a second. Are y'all now? Because remember, NXT guys wasn't going at the main roster. Where did this come from all of a sudden?
I
Do you
don't know,
think
bro.
there's an implication?
I don't know, honestly, because it's maybe they just want people to tune into NXT more, which people are already doing. But
But this never happened.
having people going up to Maine, they've done that before. We've
No,
seen
no.
Lash and Jakara hop up to Maine to take on matches. We've seen it
We
happening.
no, we've never seen NXT PLE direct implication to WWE.
Oh,
I
I
guess
mean,
Saturday Night
it
Live is
don't
like Saturday Night, and the main event is like a PLE. It's kind of
it.
like
I know the men ain't winning. I know that, and if it's Bailey involved, Bailey's probably gonna lose because they treat Bailey way. Bailey deserves better.
I hope you're wrong, but I feel
Bailey's
like
the
you're 100%
sacrificial
right.
yams. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice them yams.
I like what you did there, good brother. I like what you did there, good brother. But you're right in the sense we've seen them come up normally. I'm just saying that all of a sudden, after a TNA, WWE didn't even get a chance to announce the breakup. TNA came
WWE
out and said,
is throwing things at the wall just to see what sticks. Maybe this is a test run of who gets a reaction on main roster before calling them up. Hey, let's see if Oba or Ricky gets a reaction. Or let's see if Soul Ruka gets a reaction. She hit that Soul Snatcher one time at Saturday Night Main Event. It's gonna break the internet. But it has to be more to it. Again, I think the WWE is trying to figure out what's next because they know that their stars got AARP cards. Like they're aging out. And it's a lot of gray hair and just for men backstage at WWE. Because even your young stars, you got to think LA Knight is young compared to his time on the WWE roster. He's not been on there. He's not been part of the roster 10 years, but he's in his 40s. Solo is
he's
not
like
a
two
young
years younger
guy.
than
As
me.
people think Jacob's not a young guy. They're not young by wrestling years. Gunther's mid 30s, almost 40. So you have to think. Then the Dom Mysterio, who's young, but he's been wrestling 20 years. He came out the womb and hit the doctor with a Hurricane Rana. He's been wrestling since he was born. So
This is funny.
they're looking
Um,
for what's next because I think the Lash Legend thing is a test as well. But they didn't even build Lash long enough to make people care. They just put it in a big spot match. And the complaint was she got no pop. You wouldn't get no pop either with 2 weeks build, a terrible theme song, and no vignettes for people to care about who you are. It's they have to do a better job bringing people up, but making people care. And I think that's what they're doing because those NXT takeovers used to be 10 out of 10
just
must see
crazy.
TV.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
So yeah, but like we've
Um,
seen Adam Cole come up, didn't do much with that. We've seen Jakara and Lash come up. We've seen it, and we've also seen the main roster stars go down to NXT. Becky was down there. Cody was down there in the ring with Trick Williams. Don't know what happened with that. Dominic Mysterio was the North American champion. So we've seen that was before the TNA deal. So I just think they're really trying to find a reaction, and whoever gets that, they're going to build off that. But So Ruka could easily be in Maxine Dupri's spot right now. She fits a lot of spots on main roster, and that Soul Snatcher, every time she hit that, I mean that'll be going viral, damn near. So
I think you're right. I think I don't know if they're gonna be a test or not, but I think for certain people to test and certain people they'll do like the Lash Legend where all of a sudden they're just main roster. But I don't expect Cody Rhodes to lose his title on Saturday Night Main Event to an NXT champion. Although they'll be able to market it champion versus champion. Um, I just thought it was funny because I think WWE did it, to be honest with you, because that I think they're bitter. I think they're like a bitter girlfriend. One, you ever see in like business when there's a breakup or whenever there's news to announce, whoever is the A side of that deal, the bigger conglomerate, the bigger company, they want to be the ones to announce it. They actually will even have that sometimes put into the contract. They want to announce the deal when they're ready, when they're way, their rollout of it, right? I think WWE got their feelings hurt when TNA swooped up this AMC deal for I think it was like 30 million. And cat's out the bag immediately. They kept TNA was like, hey,
well, they
we don't
have to
gotta
because
drop
they
our
have an event coming up. But TNA's been
January
making moves
15th it
already.
starts.
They got the deal with Sportsnet in Canada. They signed another deal to where they're like in 16 different like Spanish speaking countries
Mhm.
recently. So they're expanding. Like business is
Oh yeah.
business. And if they couldn't activate their 60-day termination clause, it wouldn't be in the contract. Clauses are in contracts just in case. Maybe I think WWE may feel like they've been used a little bit. I don't think the partnership's completely over. It's just got to be restructured because when you're talking AMC, you're talking about the AMC Plus app. You're talking Breaking Bad, Walking Dead. You're talking their reach has doubled in size.
TNA is booming, D-Rack is booming.
Yeah, their reach has
We
doubled
also
in size, and then I think now this is where you bring AJ Styles back and he retires on TNA, and he shows them really how farewell tour goes because he's gonna cook with the Rascals. He's gonna cook with what I'm saying. He's gonna get busy down there, and this is how you go
AJ
out.
Francis for the Battle of the AJs. You
The
know what I'm
yeah
saying?
first class, and that would be amazing. Now that's how you give somebody the rub because he's not rubbing just one wrestler. He's giving the whole roster. Who wants to
Yeah.
fight AJ? Who wants to beat up AJ? Look, I beat up John Cena and he ran away. Now who wants to beat up AJ Styles?
Mm.
Because I'm still the place that runs the face that runs the place. Then here come AJ Francis. Well, I want to punch the face that runs the place. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
I
they
want
can
to punch
AJ
the
Styles
face
retiring
that
in
runs
TNA
the
would be
place.
amazing.
Um, I agree wholeheartedly, man. I low key, I'm kind of gonna cross my fingers for that a little bit because I do agree. I don't. I think TNA, whether you like him, love him, or hate him, they'll take their time with AJ because of what he means to the company and et cetera, et cetera. And the reach that he has. We saw that when they go overseas. Oh, AJ don't get no shit.
Well, that's what I was saying.
Did
They
the
they're signing
building be shaking?
international deals in North America and South America and worldwide. Those people who they're signing that's getting that visibility, they know AJ Styles. I always say AJ Styles is the Snoop Dogg of wrestling. He's arguably the most recognizable face because he's been champion every company. Every company around the
Yeah.
world, from America to Japan to South America, he's been the champion everywhere he's been. He's been the face. So arguably not the he is the most recognizable. Um, and I think that'd be
Now,
a good way for him to go out. You know what? He could go heal AJ. I'm sick of this main roster. I'm going back to TNA where I'm appreciated. And guess what? Eyes instantly on TNA.
yep, 100%,
Hell, bring back
100%.
Gallows and Anderson. They ain't doing nothing. Let them run amok in TNA. Get the real Bullet Club back together.
Woo! Hey. It'll sell. It'll be out of here.
Bullet Club, Rascals, Bullet Club, First Class, Bullet Club just, you know what? The Bullet Club is going too crazy. We gotta do something to stop them, bro. It's
That that would sell out a lot, and that would really do a lot for TNA to where WWE would get worried real fast because you would see a large shift. And you know what's crazy? If that termination clause is done, this is just I don't know if they can do it. If TNA struck a deal with AEW, a more fair deal where your champions beat ours, my champions beat yours. It's a back and forth, a mutual respect. People can't tell who's gonna win. We'll do one PLE together, and we'll do 7 matches or something. You know what I'm saying? Like just because the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And let's be clear, even though we had a partnership with WWE and blah 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 blah, WWE will stop at nothing to put either one of us out of business, if not both. That's the way it is.
yeah. I think
That's the
this
way it is.
deal might have pushed AEW down to the third brand.
I think it just did. To be honest with
Yeah,
you, I truly did. But it's not bad because they still have their PLEs, the PPVs to fall on because they still do great pay per views. So you just got to tighten up a couple areas, and we got to see if TNA can
they've had
stand
5
alone.
years to tighten up and they haven't. They're like
Archie,
Nikki Bella.
all I'm gonna say is this, right? Um, can TNA stand alone? Because for the last 6 to 9 months, WWE has helped to catapult them. Not saying it's a bad thing or whatever, but we'll find out. But
I don't
WWE, I
know
was
if
just
WWE
watching.
catapulted them. I heard Tommy talking about this, Tommy Dreamer. He said they had a lot to do with brokering the deal. But see, that's the benefit of doing business with people that does the same business as you. They can get you in rooms and conversations you probably couldn't get into yourself. I don't know if it catapulted them, but it made them probably a little more valuable to where they can negotiate these type of deals.
No, 100%. I think that's a
And
better
now that
way
your
of saying what I
visibility
said.
is
That's a better way.
doubled, guess what? Your stars, that means more people can see you and you have more money to pay people. TNA just became a draw. TNA just became the second stop. You,
And you got the Hardys over there. You got people. So if you people are feeling nostalgic, you still got. You know what I'm saying? All they got to do is say, Jeff, we think we're gonna give you a world title run because regardless of age, you're hot. People want to see it, and it's gonna be your retirement tour. Like they could do some crazy. Listen, listen.
TNA is in the actual position to do dream matches. You got the talent there to book dream matches on the men's and women's side. So we'll see what happens. It just wrestling is hot. Um, Product hit or miss, but the business definitely doing really good right now. And
Yeah, I definitely.
and you know what? I got an issue with Nick Khan.
Oh,
ISO on me, man.
hold up, brother. We gotta slide these panties to the side. Hold
I
on.
like my wrestling to have a little bit of mystery and mystique to it. You know, going backstage is cool, but I never watched Unreal because I want because it's still real to me. Damn it, Nick Khan. We ask questions sometimes we don't want to know the answers to. We like to guess. We like the fantasy book. We like to just, role play in our minds and say, hey, we know this, you don't. You didn't have to tell us how Green Shirt Guy gets his tickets.
Oh yeah.
That's one of the last great wrestling mysteries. And you ruined it, Nick Khan. Shame on you. I didn't need to know that he goes to the on location site, which is a WWE partner, and he buys premium tickets. Let us have a little bit of something. You took us backstage. You exposed the business. Kayfabe is damn near about to get the plug ripped out the oxygen machine. You could have let us have Green Shirt Guy, man. You didn't have to do that, Nick Khan. Shame on you, man. Shame on you. ISO off me, man. I ain't like that. I ain't like that at all.
You know lie. They should have just let it be.
Just let it
Why?
be. We've
Why?
been
Yeah.
trying to figure out green shirt guy for years, and I would have been perfectly fine not never knowing.
Hey, the best rumor was he was the guy that CM Punk elbowed that time he cut out through the crowd, and it was like, oh, that will make sense.
You know, I
We
had a
just
theory
never
that he
knew.
was security and he had to be in certain spots all the time in case he had to react to something. Like we all had theories, and that's what makes wrestling and sports when you recognize something. Like it was a, we talk battle rap on here. It was a white dude, looked like Bill Nye the Science Guy, who was in the middle of a lot of battle rap matches, and people was like, "Who's this guy?" He was so odd. He didn't fit. He just was at these main events on the battle rap stage, and ultimately was he just got there early, and they asked if he wanted to be on stage, and that's how it worked out. Killed that too, right? I just like the story that legends, urban legends. You know what I'm saying? Give
Bill
us the
Nye the
urban legend.
Science
You didn't
Guy is
have to tell
crazy.
us. I didn't even know what on location was.
Yeah, right, right. I didn't either. I had to go look it up.
And Nick Khan, bro, come on, man. Like we know where wrestlers live. We know what they eat. We know what they look like out of makeup. I know what Rey Mysterio face look like. Like it's so much I wish I didn't know because it's still real to me, damn it. And I didn't want to know that about Green Shirt Guy. Not the legend of Green Shirt Guy is dead. He's just a dude. You
He
just
just,
killed Green Face Guy, just like how you about to kill Gunther and a bunch of other stars. The mystique is gone. I didn't like it.
yeah. I think sometimes WWE got to understand you're still the Tooth Fairy to a lot of people. You're still Santa Claus. Unlike those things, we know the details, but the details we don't know and aren't allowed to know, you gotta leave them to where they're unknown. Uh, Unreal was the first step in axing that, and the problem with that is
Actually,
eventually,
WrestleMania, the WrestleMania show after WrestleMania when they were saying, remember the one in Philly, and they did
yes,
and they showed us that they've been kind of bullied. Cody's been getting bullied. Cody has this the difference between Cody and John Cena. John Cena never objected to nothing, but he made it work. They just did what they wanted with Cody Rhodes. They took his main event, gave it back to him. He wasn't going to win. Then it's a lot. They exposed too much. Too much of the business
yeah,
is exposed.
not a good deal, not a good deal, man. I watched Unreal. Um, I'll say this: I can see why a lot of people don't like it. I thought it was cool, but at the same time, I didn't watch it a second time. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think it's rewatchable because I
Hook us
don't
at
need
the
to.
point all over again. You know what it is?
Yeah,
It's they try to be like hard knocks. See, WWE sees something working for other people, then they try to do it. Last Chance U goes in depth behind the scenes of sports. Hard Knocks, they follow one NFL team through the whole season. Wrestling don't work like that. I don't need to I really don't care if the New York Giants do you know what I'm saying on a bye week. It's cool to see, but wrestling is a little
right.
different because you have to suspend the belief. And now it's just like people like we know everything. We know everything. And I know if Vince McMahon was around, half this stuff wouldn't be happening.
Oh my gosh, 75%.
John
The
Cena would be
champion would be Drew
celebrated. It
McIntyre.
probably would not been no TNA deal. I can tell you that. Unreal would have not been a thing. Titan Towers would still be in Connecticut. It's a lot would have happened. And say what you want about him personally, Vince McMahon changed the business and he did things in the business because he kind of knew. He kind of knew. But this is the TKO era. We can't keep comparing the two because this is the now. And like I've said it on the past pod, family friendly shows and wrestling are fifth and sixth on the list for TKO. One is superstar visibility, two is merch, three is viral moments, and four is storytelling. Mix those up how you want. But family friendly, budget wise, shows is fifth and wrestling is sixth. Wrestling is the sixth thing on the list in the TKO era, and we just got to get used to that. So they give us what they give us.
Yeah, I think that's the sad thing that we have to adjust. But the worst part is the next generation, the little kids who are watching now. By the time they grow up, they're gonna be used to it.
I don't know
They'll
what
never
wrestling's
be
gonna
able.
look like in 10 years. I don't even know.
Yeah.
I never thought the
Uh,
NBA would look the way it looks. It's just run and gun.
bro, horrible. No defense gets played, and people tell me I'm the greatest defense, bro. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. But yeah, man.
And
Any
Gilbert
last
Arenas
minute
is a
little?
better scorer than Steph Curry. They've been having this debate. Gilbert Arenas is a better scorer than Steph Curry.
No, he's not.
Absolutely. Gilbert Arenas was Steph Curry before Steph Curry.
Okay, I'll end this debate. How long was Gilbert Arenas an elite scorer in your opinion? Like maybe in seasons or whatever. Like, do you remember Gilbert Arenas having 6 consecutive seasons of greatness?
HP, I don't
I don't.
remember what I did yesterday. I just know Gilbert Arenas was him.
At
Scorer,
one point, for a
shooter,
very small time,
Steph, you can't even argue with that. But scoring and creating opportunities and dribbling and driving
it's,
and
it's Steph. Steph is the great Steph. People, I mean, he's definitely the better shooter, yes, but he
it's
has such
Kenyon
a good
Martin,
handle.
Draymond all over again. Kenyon Martin's a much better basketball player than Draymond Green.
I don't know why Draymond even thinks that he's close.
It's
If you just
it's
look at
it's
the
the
talent,
range blind you, brother. It's the championship thing. Championships. That's the case. John Sally and Robert Ory can throw their name in the hat, and no knock to
if
them.
that's the case, there's a guy named Sam Jones. Go look him up. Bill Russell has 11 championships. Sam Jones has 10, and no one mentions the fact. You know what I mean? So, uh, Ron Harper has 5. Robert Ory has 7. Right? Championships ain't not the end all be all.
Ron
And
Harper was a
two,
dog. That bullshit was
championships
special.
championships
Sheesh.
really only matter when it's a Jordan debate. That's it.
Championships
Because
only matter when you can lean on that crutch because you know your skill set ain't
and
up to
that's the
par.
Jordan thing. He's 6-0 in the finals. That he played. Okay, what does that mean? That means he has 9 other years of his 15 that he did not make the finals. The finals is once you like.
Hey, I
Sometimes the
ain't got
finals
one
are a complete
championship, so
mismatch.
I ain't got a championship. I ain't got a champion of the year. I ain't got a champion of the night. I ain't got none of it. So my opinion is just that.
Hey,
Hey, but we do got
undisputed
the
champion
podcast champion of the
of the
world.
world. But no, I definitely don't like the debate of championships when you argue Mike with anybody. Eras is a better thing. You can factor in championships, but it's not the end all be
And Gil
all at
played in a
all.
different league. Steph, these boys don't play no defense, man.
But I don't consider Steph a better scorer than hold on. I'm about no. But he's Gilbert's not better. He's close, but Steph did it for a longer period. Gilbert never led the league in scoring.
Gil
Steph
bring
did.
that blicky to the locker room. Steph ain't
Hey,
did that.
and for that, you're not
Yeah,
messing with Gilbert.
yeah, that count for something. That's a stat. That's a stat. So,
Hey, if you all I know is if you see some fruit in the locker room, don't munch on it because then you're gonna
Gilbert
come in there
Arenas
waving his
went
neck.
Brian Pillman, Stone Cold Steve Austin on us.
What's eating Gilbert's great. You know
That
what I'm
scared
saying?
me when I was a kid. I thought Brian Pillman shot Stone Cold Steve Austin. When Stone Cold Steve Austin broke in Brian Pillman's house and
That
he's
was
sitting on the
crazy though.
couch in the cast, can't defend himself, pull out the gun, give us the crazy Brian Pillman eyes, and the feed cuts. I
That
like
was
Stone Cold dead.
hey, you
And
know
I'm
what's
tuning
crazy?
in next week to find out if he dead or not.
Hey,
I,
this is around the time of the Blair Witch Project. So when people go, well, that's we didn't see these type of things on TV.
bro,
This was
rest in
live.
peace to Flying Brian Pillman. We got a show called They Got Us right on Attitude Era Podcast. And guess what? They got us. That Brian Pillman thing scared the out of me. Crazy.
Like they don't take it too far.
Crazy. But I'm tuning in
Yeah.
next week to see the body.
Yeah, that was definitely some great. It was great TV.
I'm gonna
And
watch that
D-Rex just
again
said it.
tonight before I go to bed because that was unreal. I want to see if it still has the same effect on me as a kid. Because Austin was
You know
like,
what I'm
"Yo,
gonna finish
he
watching?
broke in this man's house. he crippled, so he got the right to defend himself.
He got the
And the feed
bad.
cut, whoever did the feed cut was a genius.
Yeah.
Imagine
Yeah.
being a kid, seeing somebody pull out the blicky on your favorite wrestler and then just fade to black like the end of The Sopranos. Fire.
No, that was good. Good television. You can't replicate it by any standard by today. So salute to what they had. And WWE made you think Brian Pillman was like that at the time. So they built him up to be this
Because
unhinged
he
character.
was. He was.
So yeah, they definitely
Man,
boy boy.
that Brian Pillman, I always say it all the time, Mankind, I felt bad for Mankind. I was like, yo, this guy needs help. He don't need to be in a wrestling ring. I'm talking back and forth rocking. And on the 8th day, God created
Oh, that
Mankind.
was the best. That's one of the best
Why was he
characters in
having
history.
such a bad day? Man, what? That
Mankind used to change his theme music too, because he would come out to ring like, it was almost like, "Have you seen the ghost of?" Like it was almost like that, right? And then
bro,
when
that's
he
a
would
quote
win,
that I don't
it was
think
like a
people
piano.
give enough props to. On the 8th day, God created Mankind. Why was he having such a bad day? That is a bar.
That's crazy, bar. The fact that he ran with it, and I don't think he used it long enough. His finisher move at that time I had never seen anything
Mandible
down
claw,
like.
yeah. Yeah.
And remember, he made his debut. He had a match earlier tonight, but no one remembers that. He came out and took the Undertaker out like it was nothing. Had the Undertaker throwing up that white shit. Oh
See, and
man,
Mankind,
Mankind.
he took what he had and he made it work, bro. Because he wasn't no phenomenal
Yes.
wrestler, wasn't no crazy spots. He had hips. Like
Oh, he had spots.
I mean, he was a crash. Like Ric Flair might have
Yeah,
insulted him, but when he called him a glorified stuntman,
oh
part of
yeah.
that was true. But Ric Flair said he only had 4 moves: a slap, a chop, a woo, and a figure four. But he made it work. Again, you talking about two wrestlers who made what they had work. Um, but that Brian Pillman spot, man, I believe Ken Shamrock. I thought Ken Shamrock could beat up anybody in the world.
But no. He was the original Brock Lesnar because remember, he was a UFC heavyweight champion.
I thought Ken
So
Shamrock, and they called him the world's most dangerous man. He come out
that's
there.
what he got. But Joe, so if you go back and watch the old UFC, Dan Severn, Tank Abbott, Royce Gracie, Ken
Damn.
Shamrock, them before Dan White ever got. I'm talking about UFC 1,
Oh,
2,
it was
3, 4.
unsanctioned. We just fighting. No weight
Ooh,
class, just fighting.
bro, you can kick people when they down. All
Just
they
fight.
took boxing's motto and did a lot. So when they say the best fighters in the world, they always discredit and the ref's not standing you up.
Yeah, no,
So if
you just
he's a,
got to fight, dog.
you got to
Somebody got
fight.
to win, somebody got to lose. That's it. Yeah, UFC. I'm surprised UFC survived and became what it became. Now it
Yeah,
owns the WWE. Look at that. But yeah, we gotta get to those
and
believable gimmicks one day. Brian Pillman, Mankind, Ken Shamrock. We got to talk
I'm going
about that.
Ken Shamrock.
Huh?
Ken Shamrock wins a fight in their primes, an actual fight. Ken Shamrock is trained specials, but like one thing I noticed from going to a boxing gym, right? Nowadays, people go, "You want to go to an MMA gym?" and they don't have a set discipline, right? Some people do because they come from a wrestling or jujitsu or
I think Brock
some
beats
form of.
Shamrock just on pure size. But if Shamrock
I
can get his
don't-
hands on Brock, he's like Frank Mir, gonna tap him.
yeah, I think, and also Brock is gonna in today's rules, Brock's gonna be like, okay, we're down. They got to stand us up. Can Shamrock say no? There is no stand up. You
Brock
have
will
to
get
figure out how to
winded.
get out of this.
Brock get winded. He'll get winded.
Oh yeah, yeah, but that's no slight to
It
Brock
wouldn't be
because
a
Brock,
fight because of weight classes now, but in the early days of UFC, oh, they would have fought. They would have just fought.
and Ken Shamrock ain't fucking around either. Ken Shamrock still weighed like 230,
No, Ken
so it wasn't
Shamrock
like he was a
jacked.
small guy. He
Ken
just was,
Shamrock was jacked. He was jacked.
yeah.
Yeah, so yeah,
He thought he was
that
gonna
can't.
kill Shawn Michaels in that
He's a
1998.
big part of the WWE that doesn't get talked about too.
No, he was only one title away from being a Grand Slam champion.
He's in the corporation. Yeah, Ken Shamrock was like that. Man,
Yeah.
Goldust was a little weird too. It was believable but weird too. Goldust, early Goldust.
Dog, did you see this? Yo, who put this stuff out about Goldust, man?
Is more to come out? I thought we knew everything we knew about Goldust. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. He lost a little aura on that. Yeah, I mean,
Goldust tripping. I had to put that in the comments. Like people like, oh, I was like, oh,
Well, this is the man who used to, lick wrestlers, and he said he was going to get breast implants to enhance his character. So him eating a bowl of Cheerios with his dog is not surprising.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's not surprising. That is the least surprising thing to me about Dustin Rhodes. That is
Oh my
like,
god.
okay, it's just Dustin. It's just Dustin.
You just gotta give him the pass, man.
Remember Big
Give him the
Boss Man fed uh whose dog he fed? Was it Al Snow's dog? Or was it big somebody's dog? The Boss Man, he invited him up for dinner and he fed him the dog in the hotel room. Big Show dad's funeral. Man, wrestling was wild, man. Wrestling was wild.
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I Do you remember what were some of your first memories of wrestling that were bad, like scared you bad? Like not like, oh my god.
Ultimate Warrior Papa Shango.
My man.
I remember Papa Shango putting a curse on Warrior. Warrior, we gonna win. Then he start bleeding, the green stuff flowing down his face. Then he start throwing up and dry heaving. I remember that. I remember Undertaker buried alive match. When he got buried alive, then the lightning struck the grave and his hand popped out. I was like,
Yeah.
what? Bro, but
I think my first earliest scary memory, and it's not even scary, but it scared me. You remember when Hulk Hogan did that movie No Holds Barred?
yes.
So he had that movie, right? And then Zeus came to it was like I forgot when but he came and beat the shit out of Hulk Hogan on TV. And I was free. I had never seen Hulk Hogan get beat up like that. That was like, oh, and then I ain't gonna lie to you, right? Zeus is a big ass black dude, right? AKA Debo, AKA Tiny Lister.
Tiny
And
Lister.
I was like, I've never seen Hulk Hogan. It dawned on me in that moment. I had never seen Hulk Hogan fight a black guy until this point. And so I was like, oh, he gonna kill him. He's going to kill. And he literally was saying he was gonna kill him. So I'm like, oh no, this is bad. Zeus was huge. He was like crushing his head and shit. I was like, oh my god, what type of move set?
First off, I
It's
want to
like
say rest in peace to the legend that is Tiny Lister. Terrible wrestler.
terrible wrestler. But
Terrible
I
wrestler.
was little, man. I was like
Great
5.
gimmick. Great gimmick. With the Z on his head.
I was freaked out. The
Terrible
man,
wrestler.
the
Great gimmick. It worked though.
dog.
It worked for what it
I
was.
and the fact he came out of the movie, I'm like, oh, he like that for real.
You like that for real.
Scared, bro. Hulk
Tiny
looked
Lester.
petrified too. And Brutus Beefcake is the worst tag team partner in history. I don't think he has any
Brutus
championship.
Beefcake is the greatest example of nepotism ever. No knock to what he did in the ring. He looked good. I think it was Linda McMahon liked the way he looked. He made him this barber beefcake. I loved him as a kid. I didn't realize he was a barber that used garden shears. I didn't care. I just thought it was cool. But terrible wrestler. Great gimmick, terrible wrestler. Great look, terrible wrestler.
Yo, I ain't even put two and two together until you just said it. That
He had the
motherfucker
big
had
ass.
garden shears.
He about to trim some hedges.
But he was cutting people hair for real.
Terrible barber. Great gimmick, terrible wrestler, terrible barber.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And then the second thing that I think scared me was Shawn Michaels putting Marty through the glass. 'Cause I was like, oh shit. Oh shit. That's bad. He just fucking almost I think my
Bret Hart
Marty's
didn't
gonna
scare me, but I was like, yo, why does dude hate America so much?
who?
Bret Hart. That Heart
Oh,
Foundation anti-America thing was rough. Like, damn, I was a kid. Like, Brett, why you hate us? I like you, Brett. Why you hate me? I don't. I couldn't control. I was born here. If I was born in Canada, I might have been Drake, but I was born here, so I'm just me.
you know
But
what's crazy? The first few that I thought was real on TV, and I was right. Ahmed Johnson and Farouk. So when he kicked Ahmed in his gut and busted his kidney or whatever, I was like, ooh, that looked bad. I think he might have fucked him up for real. Right. And my remember sister like, no, and then Ahmed was out. But then Ahmed never was able to really come back and get past that.
Vader,
And
Vader scared me too. When
Vader,
Vader come out
Vader
with
was
the
no joke.
helmet, when they beat the shit out, I try not to curse all show. When they beat the shit out of Ricky Steamboat,
Oh yeah. Oh
oh,
yeah.
and he came back with the black eyes, and I was like, I'm like, Ricky, no, don't go in there. Vader was a Vader was a
A
monster.
menace.
But see,
Yes, Vader was a real
Vader is
monster.
that heel. It wasn't a lot of bells and whistles. He just did what he did well. He was believable. The hits were believable.
Oh,
The
for
moves were
sure.
believable. They built him up. Oh, the mastodon. Like, I didn't know what a mastodon was till I saw Power Rangers. Like, oh, it's another fancy word for an elephant. And he had the helmet. He was just a big dude, and he was just kicking ass. And now
Yeah.
the heels don't kick ass. They want to cut promos and get their
And
nails done
he
on
could do
Instagram.
things like the moonsault. Vader was like 400 and something pounds, and he was moonsaulting. So this is why you can't have everybody doing everything, and now it's so copy paste. But yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh,
yeah.
and when Macho Man got bit by that snake in the ring,
No,
I was free.
when Earthquake sat on the snake and made the toilet tissue out of him,
I was crying. I ain't gonna hold you. I was crying. I was like, I don't. Why would you do that? Like, why
and
would
he
what a
just
piece of
rolled it
shit,
out. I was like, man, that
man. What a
because
piece of
Earthquake
shit.
and Typhoon, even though they were like super basic characters, for that time, they worked. I believe when he stumped around the ring, it was shaking.
Oh
And
yeah.
his finisher made sense. I'm just gonna sit on your chest. You're not getting up.
You're not. You're done. Ain't no kickouts here,
The
buddy.
thing is, don't get down so he can sit on your chest. Now, if he sit on your chest, that comes with a $30 a month OnlyFans subscription. So it's all good.
Holy shit.
And I'm signing up for the free trial.
Well, ultra white meat. All right,
Ultra
y'all.
white meat baby face. But yeah, that's all I got, man. We about to get up out of here. It's been real chatting about SmackDown. I got to get up early, got to get on the road. I will be
Yes,
at
sir.
Cajun Con bright and early in the morning with my folks. Doing that. Got a Pro Wrestling 225 event next week. I will be doing double duty. Pro Wrestling 225 and John Cena's last match. I'm pretty sure. And that's gonna be cool too, because I'm pretty sure all eyes in the Pro Wrestling 225 locker room is gonna be watching this some kind of way, which would be a cool thing watching John Cena's last match with some of the up and coming wrestlers of the future. I think that's going to be dope. Plus, um, Boss Man getting hung was crazy. That was crazy
Yeah,
too.
that was insane.
That was nuts. Remember Undertaker put Stephanie on the cross?
Another crazy moment. Imagine being like a kid and seeing that. You be like
Oh, who got hit by the car?
a couple people.
Yeah, a lot of people got hit by the
A
car.
couple people got hit by cars.
This wasn't shocking, but I thought it was cool when Austin filled up Vince McMahon Corvette with the cement
Oh, that was good. That was good. Yeah,
and the
yeah, yeah. That
windows
was good.
bust. Remember Vince blew up in the car?
Hey, they had to cut that whole angle because I think was it Eddie
Not
Guerrero or Chris Benoit. One of
something
them two
happened
died.
the next,
Yeah,
yeah.
and so they cut that angle out.
Vince
Yeah.
stopped, looked around, car blew up. Who got put in the dumpster and pushed off the stage? I thought that was like, I was like, yo, they
That
gotta
was
be
that was Cactus Jack and Terry Funk.
Road
The New
Dog.
Age
Road
Outlaws
Dog
did it too.
Road Dog did that, didn't he?
Yeah, they did.
The Outlaws. That was like, oh, I was like, first of all, Terry Funk was 95 back then. And bro, wrestling is crazy, bro. This wasn't
Oh my
shocking, but every
god.
time I saw Sting repel, I was like,
Bubba Ray Dudley putting what was her name?
Mae Young.
Oh my, Mae Young through a table at her old age is and he
But
sat down with
everybody
a
that
power
mentioned
bomb
Mae Young
off
was
the
like, yo,
stage,
they
off the
said Mae
ramp.
Young said, don't hold back on me. Hit me. Give it to me. And
No,
they did.
he jumped off the stage with her and put. It wasn't like a regular power bomb in the.
Oh no,
He
it was a
jumped
sit
off.
out through a table. I saw Jeff Jarrett hit somebody with a guitar the other night. Like, this was crazy. This
Yeah,
crazy.
they were trying to kill each other back in the day.
The Rock, I still say the Rock chair shots on Mankind are the worst chair shots
Insane.
ever. Ever.
That and the Ken Shamrock one, because Ken Shamrock was like, "Give it to me," and The Rock said, "Okay." Holy
I saw Scott
shit!
Steiner was wrestling somebody of a DDP, and he was saying that he was supposed to bleed during the match, but he dropped his whatever. He said, so if you notice, when Scott hit me with the belt, I leaned into it. He said, because I had to get blood on me some kind of way. And he said, he said, nobody ever leans into headshots. He said, I leaned into it because he had to bust me open. And he said, I was laying down. If you look at him, you hear me, see me asking, Scott, did we get it? He's like, yeah, I think we got it. And DDP was just busted open. But yeah,
Jesus
man.
Christ, dudes are
Raven and
tough, man.
Sandman. Raven's documentary. I suggest everybody watches Amazon Prime.
There's only one documentary people are watching this weekend.
Oh, I'm on episode 4 already.
So am I, brother. Matter of
I'm on
fact,
episode.
I'm gonna wrap up in a minute.
Hey, I ain't saying he did all that, but he did a lot of it. He did a lot
There
of
is
it.
some damning stuff on that stuff. Even if it's not 100% accurate, the question becomes, well, then, but how are you so? Yeah, yeah, the Diddler, absurd. Yeah, the Diddler. That
Yeah,
Diddler
bro.
documentary, crazy.
It's. I only watched it because I saw some legal matters popped up, like cease and desist. And I want to watch it before they pull it down off everything.
It's
But
exactly how I started. I seen a cease and desist. I said, what? Oh, I
But
gotta see it
yeah,
before they
yeah,
pull it.
Curtis Jackson is a menace. I hope I don't owe him no money because he will come to get it. Yeah, yeah. If all this stuff is true and Buddy gets out in a few years, I think he got off real light.
No, he won't. So I thought about something, and I was watching a video on this. The reason he's in jail now, because they were trying to get him before, was the Cassie lawsuit. When Cassie brought up the lawsuit, the feds were like, wait a second. Do you think we can get a conviction with the stuff we have, plus this new information and some, and we spin it this way based on what's coming out in this lawsuit? Once they found out and read all through the documents and evidence, they said yes.
But he was
This
not on trial for
documentary
that.
has
She was just a witness. That's two separate
correct, but here's the
cases.
thing: this documentary, he's never been tried for a lot of things that went wrong. And now they're like, well, we got people willing to speak out because they're on camera already
Those people
doing
have
it.
been saying that for years. Them saying that for Keefe
Yeah,
D.
but you didn't have Keefe D recently came forward. And that was funny because remember, Eminem has a song like
No, Keefe D been doing
listen
this for about 10
RAPPR.
years. He's been doing this
Huh?
for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm just surprised
Him
to
and Diddy are
see
the last remaining suspects left.
I'm surprised to see as many people on here that are on here. You got people
Bro.
on here who this man changed their lives, and it's like, well, if you think he's a piece of shit now, you had to think he was a piece of shit then. So you know what I'm saying?
No, I hear that sentiment
I have
too,
an
and I'm
issue
like,
with people seeing things and still being a part of it, or saying, oh, I didn't never see him do it, but I knew it was happening, and you stayed. So you kind of, you know what I'm saying?
but they
Look,
get immunity now because you're telling on the guy, which I have a problem with too. Because I believe in integrity, and I feel like, bro, if it's a problem, then even at best or at the least, you leave. You leave this. I don't want your money.
but as long as the benefit is there, the people are there. But we'll talk about that another day. We get
Yeah.
into it. I'm gonna finish it. But yeah,
Ooh.
direct. I've never been an Abyss fan. Abyss never did it for me. People love Abyss. It's just one of those things I can't get into. Kind of like Kendrick Lamar. Never listened to a Kendrick Lamar album, and I think I'm okay.
The Pimp Butterfly. Okay. All right. All right. Hey, Archie has spoken. Hey, y'all know what it is. Added.
Ultra white meat.
Oh man.
T-shirts on the
Hey,
way.
y'all do me a favor. Check me out this Sunday, 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Hall Priest Universe. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. I got a couple of new shorts out. Uh, we just went back live again, kind of talking about some From stuff. Got a lot of great stuff coming. So go ahead, hit the subscribe, hit the notification bell. Hall Priest Universe. You see it right there. You're
Yeah, follow me on Archie and Chill or at Lunch Table Loners. I might be going live from Cajun Con tomorrow. Ron Simmons is going to be there. Rikishi's going to be there. Ted DiBiase is going
I
to be
did it for the
there.
rock.
Jake the Snake's
Every
going to be there. A lot of legends of today, yesterday, and tomorrow are going to be in the building, as well as voice actors from your favorite favorites. So yeah, I will be in the building tomorrow, bright and early. Trying to get a little time with Big Oos. I got some questions for Rikishi. I'm just trying to see if I can get him an answer for Attitude Era Podcast. But if nothing else happens or breaks in the world of wrestling, y'all have a good weekend. Hope the weekend is good to you and good for you. Hope you made it through the week unscathed. And if you did, hey, it's just a test. You passed. And we will see y'all Monday during the main event or after the main event of Monday Night Raw. John Cena's farewell week. Yeah, it's here. It's here. The last time is now, and we only got him for what's today? This time next week, John Cena. This time next week, we only gonna have one more day with the GOAT. So I think Wednesday Night Wars and all this stuff. Next week we gotta do it big for John. How about
Let's
that?
do
We
it
gonna
big
do
for
it big.
John Cena. It'll be
Do it
John
big
Cena
for
week.
Johnson. He don't need it. We're gonna do it big for him anyway. And I'm gonna see him in January. I'm doing a Noe Fan Expo New Orleans with the man himself. So yeah, man, we're gonna have a good time. Beige Rage, you know what I'm saying? We need a name. We gotta combine the two. So Ultra
Yeah.
White HP.
Nope.
We'll see y'all Monday, man. Have a good weekend. Attitude Era Podcast. Peace. Yay, yay. And easy.